Moji, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be finally a new DIY. I know it's been a while since I did one, but I did want to take a little break and gather up all of my ideas. But I recently just went to the thrift store and gathered a lot of Gingham patterned clothing. For this DIY, I transformed a pair of pants into a really super cute, trendy, summery top. I think it's called the wrapped up ruche trumpet sleeve top. Basically everyone has on social media, no lie, I'm going to post like so many pictures right here. It turned out really cute and I really love it, so hope you guys enjoy this and let's get started. Materials include sewing machine, needle and thread, desired pants, measuring tape, elastic, seam ripper, buttons, scissors, and some pins. So I went ahead and laid the pants flat on a surface. I'll be cutting off the leg parts and separate them both apart. Here I'm just visualizing on what I'll be doing. I'll be flipping the pants over, creating the wrapped effect, and then scrunching the sleeves at the end. Now I'll be cutting the front layer and cutting the pockets as well, but don't worry about the hole that it creates. We'll be covering that up later. Skip this step if you don't have pockets, but we'll be using it for the bow detailing. Now that that's done, fold the fabric into a trapezoid shape, folding the two ends into two triangles in order to create the wrapping effect for the front. Now I'm just going to clean the edge with a hem by pinning it in place and sewing it in the sewing machine. Since that's done, I'm going to secure the front layers by stitching it closed to avoid this hole in the front from the pocket. Make sure that the folded areas stay in shape. You can use an iron if need be. Now I'm going to go ahead and pin the layer to the existing seam. As well as the bottom seam, and just repeat it to the other side. Like I said, just stitch it on top of the existing seam to secure it closed, and then cut off the excess fabric. I went ahead and hemmed the edges and then tried it on and marked down with chalk where the sides were going to be comfortable on me. I plan on adding some button detailing to secure in place, but you can also run an elastic edge if you don't prefer the buttons. Now I'm creating the button holes for the two buttons, one for the exterior and one for the interior. With the chalk marks, I hand stitched the buttons into place and making sure it actually fits within the buttonhole, and then repeat it to the other side. I went ahead and hand stitched the buttonholes clean, and now I'm going to move on to the arm bell sleeves, starting with the hem edges and cleaning it with the sewing machine. Using my measuring tape, I'm going to mark where my ruffles are going to start. I marked on 8 and 14, not 13 because it wasn't even. Since the sleeves are inside out, I folded the ruffles upward, creating its shape. I folded the other ruffle and pinned it into place. I went ahead and pinned the other sides and inner layers. And then I turned it right side front to see if it was satisfying to my liking. Then I turned it back to hand stitch the ruffles. I stitched as close as possible to the edge 2 or 3 times and securing with 2 knots. I stitched a total of 8 stitches per arm sleeve. I repeat that to the other side, turn it right side up, and the ruffles are done. With the existing hemming from these pants legs, I could insert the elastic through them. I seam ripped them open for the elastic, and sorry for not going up close and personal. I'm gonna go ahead and put a pin through the elastic and insert it through the opening hem. And it should look something like this, and now just repeat it to the other side. Now I'm going to attach the sleeves to the top, but first I'm going to pinpoint the front edges to the back where my sleeves are going to be placed. If you guys can see, the sides of these pant legs had a side slit, so that's why I'm placing the sleeves from 2 points rather than just 1 point. But to explain more clearly, in this side, I made the elastic overhanging so I could cut it off later, and I pinned it to the edge of the top just like this. And then parallel to the back side, matching with the other hem. making sure that the elastic has an overhang. After that's pinned, it's time to create 4 zigzag stitches. Ignore it not being connected to the armpits, I'll be covered anyway. Zigzag stitch it a couple times and then cut off the elastic overhang. It left off a messy finish, so I'm going to be placing buttons on top for a cover-up effect, not in any function, just for looks. And last but not least, I'll be adding the bow on the bottom of the top. This is optional, but I made an oval template out of the scrap pocket fabric, making sure that there was an opening so I can turn it right side up through the opening, as if I'm making it like a pillow. Revealing its shape, I'm going to be scrunching it together afterward, and then grabbed another scrap fabric and tied it right in the middle. And now that the bow detailing is done, you can either sew it or pin it into place on your off-the-shoulder wrap top. Hope you guys enjoyed this DIY. I just wanted to make something 4th of July related because I don't know if I'm going to upload this before or on the day of 4th of July, so I just wanted to make something 4th of July related because of this blue picnic kind of themed, and I am in love with the end result. I think the bow was such a cherry on top of this top because it just makes it a lot more feminine and more girly. So don't forget to subscribe, like, comment down below, and see you next video. Bye! So if you guys enjoyed this DIY, Romeo!